And we can start with meditation. So let's sit in a comfortable meditation posture. Make sure your legs, hands, and face are clearly visible in the camera. Sutam, can you hear me?
Yes, Bante. I can hear you well, Bante.
Very well. And as we are sitting in a comfortable meditation posture, we can make the first decision in our minds voicelessly. From now on, for 3 minutes, I will meditate on muscles. Okay, so we will meditate 5 minutes, and we will not meditate on breath this time. We'll do something else. So we'll meditate 5 minutes, and we'll be looking at the heaviness of the muscles. So if they're light, that still means that there is heaviness. It is a little bit of heaviness. And if they're heavy, well, then there is more of heaviness. So we are looking at heaviness. Heaviness is when you need to make effort to lift something. So that's heaviness. Sometimes you don't have to make effort to lift some things. Sometimes you have to make more effort. So we are looking at the heaviness of the muscles of the body according to how you think, how you feel. You will not be looking at your feelings at all. You will be just accepting the fact that there is some heaviness. And that's it. It's just that simple. And if you don't know, then you accept, I don't know. So as we are sitting with the back erect, one hand on another, we keep our hands in the lap. We make the first determination, the first decision that we will meditate without any movement for 5 minutes, observing only muscles. So we will not be observing breath, even a single breath. We will be only with the muscles. So we are sitting in a comfortable posture, and we make the first decision from now on for 5 minutes. I will meditate on muscles without any movement. From now on for 5 minutes, I will meditate on muscles without any movement. From now on for 5 minutes, I will meditate on muscles without any movement. And we can gently, lovingly accept that there is a flat piece of flesh at the top of the head. Just like you accept the fact that there is sun that shines, there is also flat piece of flesh at the top of the head. You do not need to see the sun to accept that. You do not need to help the sun to shine to accept that it's shining. In the same way, you do not have to see that the flat piece of flesh at the top of the head is there. And you do not have to help it to be heavy. You only accept the fact. Indeed, sun is shining. Indeed, the flat piece of flesh at the top of the head has some heaviness. And we continue in this accepting to the forehead, and we accept, indeed, there is a flat piece of flesh at the forehead. It is a muscle. And we accept that it is somewhat of heaviness. It has some heaviness. And we continue to the eyes. Again, there are muscles. We accept their heaviness. Are they heavy or light? We don't care. We accept the fact that there are muscles and that they have some heaviness. We continue to the nose. There are muscles too. And we accept the heaviness there. And then lips, chin, cheeks, ears, back of the head, we allow heaviness in all of the muscles and flesh throughout the head. We continue to the neck, shoulders, arms, elbows, forearms, wrists, palms, fingers, tips of fingers, chest, abdomen, back, and we allow heaviness in all of the muscles and flesh throughout the upper part of the body. So we allow them to be as heavy as they are. We don't worry whether they are light or heavy. We don't have to feel them or see them, and we don't help them at all. Just like you accept the fact that the sun is shining, you can accept the fact that all of the muscles and flesh throughout the upper part of the body have some heaviness. We continue to the buttocks, thighs, knees, calves, heels, soles, toes, tips of toes, and we allow heaviness in all of the muscles and flesh throughout the body. If they want to be heavy, we allow that. If they want to be light, we allow that. If they want to change, we allow that. If they don't want to change, we allow that. Whatever the muscles and flesh do, it's okay. Now, because the time for this sitting is finished, let's make the last determination, the last decision in our minds for sleep. From now on, I will always be calm. From now on, I will always be calm. From now on, I will always be calm. And we can slowly, mindfully change the way of our sitting to the resting posture. Okay, so I was very strict because some of you may not be careful. You need to be careful. Everything I said, you now need to remember for whole your life. Fine. So now, before we do anything else, I want to ask you who thinks that, so many things I would like to ask you. So I will ask you first, who experienced peace during these 5 minutes of meditation? Raise your Zoom hand. Come to your camera, come close to your device. If you have experienced peace during these 5 minutes of meditation, raise your Zoom hand. I want to see it. If you experienced at least a little bit of peace, then that's fine. Okay, that looks pretty good. Nice. So thank you very much. So the organizers, please remove the Zoom hands. And I will now ask you something else. If you think that you understood how to accept the muscles and flesh to have their heaviness, whatever it is, then please raise your Zoom hand. If you think you understood the instruction, if you think it was clear, please raise your hand. Those who do not raise hand will have to answer to me why they did not understand, what exactly they did not understand, okay? So be careful about that. So I'll ask you one by one, and I will resolve it. Because everybody must understand this already now. All right, so please keep your hands up. Keep your hands up. Don't move. Keep your hands up, all right? So, Min Kwa, I see you did not raise your hand, so I understand that the instruction was not clear. Is that right?
Yes.
So can you tell me what was not clear or what is confusing?
I feel confused because the muscles change and I don't understand what does that.
Excuse me? So the muscles change and you don't understand?
So it is healthy. So why do we still accept that?
Yes, you accept it because later you will be accepting things that are very difficult to accept. So you learn to accept things that are easy, and later you will accept things that are difficult. Is it clear now? Okay, so if it is clear, can you please raise your Zoom hand? Nice, thank you. So Fan Nguyen Tan Fong, I see you did not raise your Zoom hand. Does it mean you did not understand the instruction? Can you come close to your camera, as close as you can? You see how I'm close to my camera? You need to be close like that. Okay, so can you tell me, is it true that you did not understand the instruction clearly?
I just meditate and I don't know how to
So can you answer yes or no? Is it true that you did not understand the instruction clearly? Just answer yes or no. It's true that you did not understand. It is true. Okay. So now can you tell me what did you not understand? What is the confusing thing?
May I go
meditation.
May I?
I think because I meditation, but sometimes I open my eyes.
I see. So you were not sure whether you should keep your eyes open or closed. Is that right?
Yes.
Perfect. Yes. So far, you will be keeping eyes closed. Okay. Is it now clear? Is now the instruction clear?
Yes.
Yes. So can you please raise your Zoom hand because you have now understood the instruction? Nice. Thank you. Bennett Cho, I see you did not raise your hand. Does it mean, did I understand correctly that you did not understand the instruction?
I didn't understand.
Okay. What did you not understand?
Like, why is this a meditation?
Yes, it is meditation because it helps you understand the changing nature of the body and the mind. As you gradually learn and see that the body and the mind are changing, you can then realize, you can then understand that there is no self, that you do not exist. And that's the main point. So you watch the reality, you watch how things are, so that gradually you realize that you do not exist. When you realize that you do not exist, you then do not have greed because you do not exist. So who will be greedy, right? You don't exist, so you cannot have greed because you don't exist. And hatred, how can you hate someone? if you do not exist? And laziness, how can you be lazy if you do not exist? So you gradually learn that you do not exist, but you do not exist in the mechanical level. So you can think of two levels. The level that is our life experience, the experience level, and then the mechanical level. Like when there is a phone, then you can see a picture on the phone, but actually the phone doesn't show any picture. It just shows little lights. And those lights look like picture. So on the mechanical level, the phone actually doesn't show any picture. But on the experiential level, it does show pictures. So as you meditate, you learn the mechanics of the world. You learn how the body, how the mind work. And you realize that actually you do not make decisions. When you realize that you do not make decisions, then you see that there is no sense, no meaning in greed, in hatred. There's only meaning in doing good things because there is nothing else that there is. And as there is no greed, no hatred, then you become a noble person. And that's the purpose of this course, to help you to become a nice, wise person. So that's why you meditate on muscles, because that's the start of watching the body. And later in a higher level, on a higher level, you will be watching the mind. Now, is it clear, Bennett?
Yes.
Nice. So if you have understood now, then you can raise your hand because you have understood the instruction. Nice. Let's continue to Sian. Sian, I see you did not raise your Zoom hand. Does it mean you did not understand the instruction?
I did not understood
Okay. So what exactly you did not understand?
the heaviness.
The heaviness. So do you know what heaviness in the normal sense means? Like, for example, you have a bottle, so the bottle is relatively light. If you take a big stone, then it is heavy. Do you understand that point?
No.
You don't know? So you never carry anything? If you carry a bag, can you know whether the bag is heavy or not?
Heavy.
Can you recognize heavy and light if you carry things? So tell me, is it clear to you? Would you be able to recognize if I give you a bag to carry? Would you know whether it is heavy or light? Sian.
Heavy.
Would you be able to tell me whether it is heavy or light?
It's light.
Maybe it's light, maybe it's heavy. So you would be able to tell me, right? Why would you say that it's heavy? What kind of bag would it have to be to say that it is heavy? What kind of experience would it be?
It's heavy because there's milk.
Because it doesn't.
Doesn't.
What did you say?
Milk.
Why would you say that it's heavy and not light? What is the difference between heaviness and lightness? So, Sian, heaviness is when it is difficult to lift. Lightness is when it is easy to lift. Is it clear, Sian?
Yeah.
Yes. And with muscles, it's the same thing. You are carrying your muscles throughout the day. And when you sleep, you still have your muscles on your body. Do you know that, Sian?
Yeah.
Yes. So you see, in order that you can carry them, You need to have strength, because actually, if you take all of the muscles, they're very heavy. Is that clear?
Yeah.
Now you understood? So your muscles are heavy and you have to carry them throughout the day, throughout the night. If you sleep at night, well, you have to carry them. You know, wherever you go, whatever you do. When you sit, you need to carry them so that you don't fall. You know, like you need to carry your muscles throughout the day, throughout the night. And so that's when you can experience that they're heavy. Now, when we meditate, we just accept the fact that the muscles are heavy. Now, do you understand?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you understand, you can raise your Zoom hand.